Hello, everybody, and welcome to week 6 of the ARCA series. We are at Hot Lanier this week. General tips that I have for this track is similar to Langley. I have a brake bias of about 72% for qualifying. That is so I can drive it pretty deep into the corner without losing the rears. And starting at about the midpoint of each straightaway, the start-finish line on the front stretch and about the middle of the back stretch, you want to start a long, light brake drag into the corner. And you're going to want to hit a mid apex on both of these corners. If you remember at Langley, there was that painting into turn 1. There's paint, and if you follow that, you kind of went into a mid apex. You want to kind of imagine the same thing here if you race there and know what I'm talking about. But you'll see it on the lap anyway. I've done 2 laps here because the temperature swings seem to be pretty massive every time I load up a session for an AI race. I've seen as low as the high 90s and as high as the 120s. So I have 1 lap that I managed to capture at 102 and another one at 119. So I'm going to show you the 102 first. I am starting off with swerving. I've just seen the Road to Pro guys do it, and I know that this car takes about 3 to 4 laps to have the ideal temperature in the tires. So I'm trying to get as much heat as I can without sliding them. And also, you don't want to waste the opportunity in this corner to build heat. So don't swerve too much that you can't take this corner, pretty much on edge without sliding. Same thing here. Lap 1's pretty much a throwaway. I'm just trying to get heat into the tires and not sliding them. That is a cardinal sin. Here is the run up. I'm going to turn down in turn 4 to get that straight line off. Light brake drag right there. Mid apex. Same thing about midway down the backstretch. Long light brake drag, mid apex. And we're running a 13973 here. And you'll notice if you look at the throttle trace for qualifying, there's kind of like, go away. How do I make... that's annoying. Sorry, technical difficulties here. I guess I can't make... I want this to go away so you guys can see the throttle trace. You'll notice there's... I'm flat there, the bottom left. There's like 2 steps. So right after the middle of the corner, you're bringing it up to about 50% throttle, maintaining it there. And as soon as you get that straight line off the corner, you can mash it again as long as you straighten the wheel. And that's the fastest way I found around this track. During the race, you're going to want to be a lot more smooth with that throttle, but for the qualifying run, it's bring it up to about 50%, maintain that until you can see the straightaway, you got that straight drive off, and then you want to just mash it and straighten out the wheel. Just watch my inputs there if you need to rewind. You'll see what I'm talking about. But we can see we're going to go over another run. This is at 119 now. Going to do the same thing really, except you'll just notice I have to back it up a bit more because we're 17 degrees hotter now. Same thing, doing my swerving. And I'm going to make sure, though, I can still take this corner at a good speed. Brake drag right off the start finish line, mid apex. Again, this is the throwaway, but I'm just getting heat into the tires. And the run up along the wall in turn 3, turn down in turn 4, straight drive off, long light brake drag, and then 50% throttle. Full throttle, straighten the wheel. And then the same thing in turns 3 and 4. It's a very symmetrical track. Ooh, and I just hold on to it. For a 14.23. So when it's very hot, a low 2 I think is going to be great. And if you happen to be more like 100, a high 9. I think that's about what you're going to see. I've been practicing quite a bit and I feel like I've really maxed this track out. That's it for my qualifying tips. I do feel comfortable showing at least some race laps, what I think they're going to look like. So if you want to see that, I feel comfortable showing them just because I did pretty good at Langley, and I feel like these tracks drive quite similar. During the race, I think you get more full throttle time here than you do at Langley. Langley, you get like none. Here, I'm going to smoothly bring... It's the same brake drag into the corner. Okay, I didn't get to the bottom there because the tires are cold. But you'll notice I'm a lot more gradual with my throttle application. That's because the rears here will wear really quick if you're mashing the throttle. And that's what the ARCA car really doesn't like. So really be smooth on the throttle coming out of the corner. It's okay to get to 100% throttle. You're not going to be doing it for much here if you're doing it right, I think. But yeah, when it's hot like this, we're at 118. Starting off around the fours, I think, is great pace. Um, every 10 laps, I notice, with really good tire wear, I'm falling off nearly a whole tenth. I feel like this is just really nice pace. So practice this, I believe, and you're going to be just fine. I have run, I think, 2 or 3 full AI Link races, and every time driving like this, I've ended up being 90-90 on the right front, right rear. So, and with almost the exact same temperature every time. So about as good as I could ask for. This is one of my favorite tracks, so I think I've got it decently figured out. Man, did I love it in the street stocks, and ARCA actually drives really well here too. So, finish this lap, and with that, that will conclude our weekly guide. I hope to see you guys out there on the front row with me. Hopefully we'll both be on the front row. And I'll see you next week. Bye. Actually, no, I won't. Next week's Watkins, so I have no business making a guide for that. But I will see you at Nashville. That is a heck of a place. We're going to have a lot of fun there. We're going to have fun here too, but we'll have a week in between. See you next time.